Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Code Realize Wintertide Miracles and Impy's route. And we were just plugging along. Yeah. Anyway. Then came December 24th. I don't know who. Oh, we're Impy. Then came December 24th. I, the genius chef Impy, have locked down myself in the mansion's kitchen since dawn. Yes. I pledge to deliver an unforgettable menu for dear friends whom I haven't seen in a while. Woo, I've never seen the kitchen before. My humming glides throughout the kitchen. I throw eggs one by one into the pot. While I wait for them to boil, I start to prep the seasonings, chopping up herbs before tossing them into a dish with olive oil. Oh, we're getting like a cooking lesson. I love it. There's never enough time. Although I'm not in a rush, I can't relax for too long. Aww. Impy in one of his natural habitats. Okay, another dish done. Alrighty, what should I make next? Oh my god! Okay, I'm sorry. Lupin just steals it. Look at that fucking face. Look at his precious little face. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Oh. We were like, look, Impy, oh, he's adorable. And then Lupin pops in and steals it. Like, I'm not even kidding. Your eyes go right to him in that fucking face. It's adorable. I need that on like I need to fucking print that out and put that on a pin or something because it's fucking adorable. I love it. Anyway. Hey, Impy. I can't quite do that right. Let's try that one again. I'm not doing his voice right. I don't know what's happening. I can't. I don't know. I'm not doing Lupin right, but anyway. I got the ingredients you requested. Something like that. No, it's not right. It's still not right. Why can't I do it? Why can't I do Lupin's? Oh my god, guys, I'm such a fucking fail. Hey, Impy. I got the ingredients you requested. Oh, thanks, Lupin. That helps me out a ton. I can do fucking Impy's voice, but I can't fucking do Lupin's. Anyway. Thinking about everything to make, I was wondering what I should do since I couldn't even find the time to shop. Held in Lupin's hands was a large paper bag, as he peeked slyly into the kitchen. Look how fucking adorable he is, I can't handle it! After lining up the fresh fruit on the table, a hint of dismay appears on Lupin's face. You won't find me complaining, so long as there's good food, but... And these portions look rather excessive. This is a lot more than just for 8 people. And the prep work for the ingredients seems a bit much, too. Well, I mean, I'm ecstatic, of course. After all, today's Christmas Eve. And only a few hours remain. It's been ages. Can you believe my princess is about to arrive? If I don't put my all in right now, then when? Where's this effort in your usual meals, then? None. Hard to be as motivated when cooking dishes that are served to the mouths of lousy men. Lupin's face is still adorable. And so, on today, Christmas Eve, Lupin's crew gathers for the first time in months. Victor is scheduled to arrive soon, and Van Helsing and Deli are coming early afternoon. And we also received a letter from Spacey and Finnis that they're scheduled to arrive at night. Needless to say, when the response finally arrived, I high-fived Lupin and Saint Germain. And also, it seems nature sent our love a blessing because it's starting to snow. The city painted with Christmas colors, and the white raining beautifully like angel feathers. Yes, this is a white Christmas. Then, if I were to appear gallantly in the middle of it, I'm sure she'll say... There's been something I've been wanting to tell you for a very long time. I'm being overdramatic because it's Impy's fantasy, right? I like you very much. Marry me. I love you, my darling. Because that sounds like nothing I would say. Bet you anything she'll say something like that. And the only time those words exit anyone's mouth is when they froth out of yours. And before you met her, you unashamedly said things like, hey, cutie, to every girl you saw. Gah! That is an unfortunate but undeniable truth. Though I can't confidently say that I love Spacey so much it's unbearable. It's true there was a brief moment in time when I used cute or beautiful recklessly. Upon further reflection, I think such might have been the case when I first met Spacey. And suddenly the question that Saint Germain had posed felt heavy in my chest. I've said many, many times how much I love her, but Why do you love her? The clear answer to the question continues to elude me. I still love this! Oh, so pretty! And then, during the evening, around when I finally managed to complete the special menu using all the time I had, I finished cleaning up the kitchen and I showed my face in the extravagantly decorated dining room. Ornaments shaped like stars and snowflakes, and a small tree placed in the middle of the room. As anyone could see, the Christmas spirit is in full swing. And the food, which was painstakingly crafted with love and the utmost care, filled the home with a delectable aroma. And now all that's left is for me to wait until everyone's here. Or so I had planned. Huh? They're not here yet? Yeah, both Van Helsing's group and the siblings. Look at fucking Lupin Sue too. I love it. Oh, he looks so precious. And he's not like over dramatically dressed. He's like, this is like my normal business suit attire. But I still love it. But I do miss the flamboyancy. But we get that from Saint Germain because he's like fly as fuck for all of everybody. But it's understandable about the two coming from Wales. But Van Helsing and Delhi should already be here by now. Perhaps something may have happened to them. The weather outside is becoming heavy. This is not Saint Germain's voice. I don't know. I just wait. He did like bark, whine in the background, but for now, the only people gathered in this room are us and Victor, who arrived shortly before noon. Along with Spacey, making it 4 people and 1 dog. After we exchange worried glances, the windows shake from the blizzard and wind gusts. And then, as if in response to our worries, Hey, is anyone there? I'm assuming it's not us. We shoot out of our seats and fluster from the sounds of knocking and a trembling yell. It's Delian. Yeah, I was going to say it's Delian. It's cold. Freezing. I can't do Deli's voice right now. Deli! Do not worry. I am just giving my greeting to Father and Mother who are waving across the flower field. Those are not whom you should be greeting. Doctor! Is there anyone in this house who's a doctor? Oh my, he's gone completely cold. I'll go get a towel and prepare something warm, so hold on for a second. Phew. Damn, must be the whims of the heavens. Like they say, speak of the devil. When rolled in through the front entrance, covered completely in snow, are Van Helsing and Delhi. Oh, hey! Judging from how you look, it must have fell pretty hard. Welcome back, you two. Very chic of you to return covered in snow. Saint Germain, he's so fucking random. Like, we didn't do it because we want to. Not like you lot look any better. Answering back while brushing off the snow, Van Helsing takes a look around. What happened to Spacey and Finnis? I last heard they were coming also. Oh, those two are supposed to be coming on a train that's arriving a little later. That's a bit troublesome. It's better inside the city, but outside the outer walls, the blizzard makes it difficult to see. At that moment, Van Helsing and Delhi's expressions start to become clouded. According to the two who had just barely made it into the mansion, apparently a massive snowstorm is forming over a wide vicinity. The train that we were on made it to London, but only barely. Indeed! One of the bulletin boards at the station showed that many trains had come to a standstill. And then, the train that those two were on may also... Looks like your bad feeling was spot on. A cold wave of anxiety runs down my back, like snow stuffed into my shirt. Trains are stopped, and all other means of transportation are unavailable. Furthermore, for a heavy blizzard to take such a heavy toll even on these two... And Spacey, by now she must be... I was hoping we were gonna... Oh, I am so stuck in this snow! Won't it be come to save me? I just feel like his fantasies would be completely demented like that by me. Damn it! Try as I might, I could scarcely contain myself. Difficult proposition in my shoes. I grab my coat and fling open the door. Huh? Imby, what are you planning on doing? What else? I'm gonna do something about it. So sorry, but someone else handled the hot pot. Oh, someone other than Van Helsing. Leaving them at that, I run out into the blizzard. The snowfall is heavy and relentless, swallowing up any view of the sun. Outside the window, a cold darkness has spread. Wait, am I supposed to be reading this as me? Oh, no, it's me. Okay, I'm sorry. That was me. So anyway, just pretend. It's like outside the window, and I was like, wait, yeah. The strong winds and snow pelt against the train, shaking it without end. Huddling together with Finnis next to me and wrapping ourselves tightly in our coats, I look out the window and let out another misty sigh, of which I've begun to lose count. With the train, it still won't move. It's this snow and wind. It's more dangerous if they try to force it. This can't be helped. Frost piles gather in the frames of each of the train's windows, increasing by the second. The steam locomotive, a symbol of the country's technological power, becomes a mere lump of metal. A few hours had come to pass since the train came to a halt. This train has halted due to bad weather. Please hold until the train movement resumes. The conductor's words, which haven't changed in the last hour, played lifelessly throughout the train. Noticing his Finnish shivers next to me, I turned to look at him. Are you all right, Finnis? I'm managing right now, somehow. Although the thought of spending the night here is making me depressed. If I'd known I'd end up like this, I would have added countermeasures for heavier snowfall during the designing stage of the rail line. I wonder if Van Helsing and Delhi, who were also returning to London by train, have arrived safely. I wonder if everyone else is already preparing for the party at St. Germain's mansion. And so, what say you to a reunion with Lupin's crew for the first time in ages, coupled with a luxurious dinner, courtesy of the genius engineer? I'll prepare a menu so exquisite you won't regret you came. Wow, the food was just okay. The food was just like grand, not exquisite. I regret I came. Like, come on. I mean, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't regret I came. All my friends are there and I love you all. They were so looking forward to our arrival. That much I understood. But overcome with guilt at our potential delay, I cast my eyes down with dropped shoulders. I wonder if everyone at the mansion already started with the party. I can't really imagine those guys starting the party without you, though, big sister. Sister? I'm sure you can expect Impy to still be cooking or something, can't you? Like a gigantic, needlessly detailed cake. Like, I made this in the image of a wedding cake for me and my honey. Yes, that sounds just like him. Impy's delighted expression crosses my mind, and a gentle light ignites in my chest. A tiny light that burns with a kind heat, even in this frigid train of worry. Thinking about it, whenever I feel down, in times of pain, of sadness, the person I can most count on to make me smile has been Impy. It's really strange. Whenever Impy is brought up, I can't help but laugh. Because he's a buffoon? No, I think it's true that Impy, is unafraid of showing sides of himself that are sometimes, well, uncool. But he's a really, really wonderful person. Someone who brings others joy, just from his company. It sets him apart in Lupin's crew. Wonderful, huh? I only know him as an annoying sod. But I'm sure that if Impy hadn't been there, I wouldn't be who I am right now. I'm sure that I wouldn't have been able to save you either. Displeasure appears on Finnis's face, worse than I've ever seen, as he fights back a rebuttal. It was as if he was unwilling to admit it, but he was left with no choice. I guess. Guys like him who seem to be usually no good are often reliable in times of real need. Although, I can't help but doubt the sanity of a man who declares his plans to reach the moon. But even if it seems impossible, Impy will definitely accomplish it. Because that man is always... Hey! He's a man dedicated to spreading the miracle of science to all. Hey! Huh? What was that just now? Perhaps the wind. Spacey! And Finnis! Hurrying over next to the train's window, I put my hand right onto it. The other side of the window hasn't changed. Behind it stands an enormous white wall. But all of a sudden, there seems to be a slight glimmer coming from that white wall, as if it had been illuminated by a light of some sort outside. Sorry to all the passengers. I was like, why is she saying sorry to? I read ahead. I was like, wait, what? I'm gonna open the window just for a little bit. What? Big sister! Sister. Pushing aside the weight and wind pressure from the snow, I force the window open. The wind seems to have calmed slightly, but the gusts are still strong. However, I raise my voice even stronger, not allowing myself to lose to it. Impy! Oh, he showed up in the ornithopter. Cute. Look at her face! That's adorable. Yes, yes! Genius engineer Impy Barbicane, plowing through the snow and at your service. My princess, and also my little brother-in-law, I've come for you too. A shining frame that stands out even in this wintertide world, along with his bright smile. Seeing his familiar warm self, I'm overcome with emotion as he approaches. Why are you here? What's this? Did you forget? I told you. Wales is just right around the corner. If something ever happens to you, I'll fly over right before you know it. He said that. He definitely said that. But that he would bring to fruition those words in this fashion is nigh unbelievable. Well, anyway, now that we're face to face, might be a bit early, but welcome back, Spacey. I'm home, Impy. Fortunately, thanks to the blizzard dying down, Impy is able to land his craft. Then he walks through the snow and joins us, who are still aboard the train. Man, I'm glad I found you. I tried following the tracks, but I was worried that I might have missed you. Explaining the situation to the conductor, Impy welcomes us once again. Anyway, you can rest assured, now that Impy's here to the rescue, we'll be heading straight to London. I'll make sure to deliver the both of you, and I'll make sure to drive safe. Okay, thanks. Let's go, Finis. And everyone else is like, what about us? You're fucking stuck here, bitches. I slip into my coat and get up from my seat, but for some reason, Finis is frowning, seemingly unwilling to budge from his seat. He looks pissed. Finis, what's wrong? Take Big Sister and go on ahead. That thing is too small for the three of us to ride. What? But we don't know when the train's going to start moving, so we should go together. Nope, no way. I won't go even if you beg. Right now, if I get a close look of his face, I might punch it for many reasons. He and Impy face each other. This appears to be less of a rejection and more of a tantrum. At that moment, the blizzard appears to have settled, so the train will soon be resuming its course. Please hold until the train starts moving. The conductor's voice is heard throughout the train, and the passengers sigh in collective relief. Then I realize the sound of the howling wind has also gone quiet. The snow that shook the train on all sides became a quiet patter of frost. See, I'll be fine. I expect commotion whenever we arrive anyways, so enjoy the alone time while you can, got it? He's saying it nasty, but he's like, so just like enjoy the alone time, sis. What's up? He's like, enjoy the alone time, right? Have fun with your boyfriend. But he says it's snotty, but he means it. Finis, don't tell me you're trying to be considerate. Oh-ho! Looks like there's a sweet side to you, Finis. You're not so stuck up after all. Ouch! Think it's alright to throw a sucker punch when you're flustered, do you? I bow with gratitude toward Finis, whose lips are curled into a frown. Alright, then I'll take you up on your word and we'll go on ahead. You be careful too, Finis. Once I reach London, I'll go pick you up at the station. Many thanks, little brother-in-law. I vow to protect your precious sister for the rest of my life. I hope you crash that useless hunk of junk, but only after my sister is safely dropped off. With the affirmation of Finis's words of encouragement, I step into the familiar steel aircraft. Right then, here we go. Buckle up as we soar for the wintry sky. How beautiful. Cutting through the wind, shredding through the snow, hopping over the clouds. Impy's pride and joy, the ornithopter glides through the sky, unaffected by snow or wind. Grasping the thick blanket that he had handed me before lifting off, my eyes squint from the rush of nostalgia. Wow, feels like the speed and the stability are vastly improved from before. Oh, I had a feeling that you'd notice. I experimented a bit with the aircraft's balance and gyro. I'm going to start accelerating it even more, so hold on tight. The engine's rumble roars across the sky. We zoom by rows of white, pillowy clouds. Clutching the steering wheel with eager hands, Impy points his sharp eyes ahead of us. And my, what a face Impy has. And my, what a face! Such a weird thing to say. He's cool. For some reason, the words sit on the tip of my tongue. He's cool. There are plenty of times before when I had watched Impy drive back when we were in London. But I wonder why, today, the distance feels closer than ever. Miss Spacey? Huh? No, you're, that's me. No, you're wrong. I wasn't admiring you or anything. Tilting his head in bemusement, he stares at me intently. For some inexplicable reason, his gaze is nearly impossible to bear. Right as I turn away. So beautiful. Just so beautiful. The most breathtaking thing I've ever seen. And the one I love most. She's like, are you talking about the ornithopter? Or like, his gentle words stir emotions inside of me. I feel the heat rising beneath my cheeks. There's no denying, it feels different. I confirmed it just now. There's no better or worse between the two, but this kind of love, as opposed to, say, another kind of love that burns with another flame altogether. It's completely different. You know, this reminds me, I just really love London's night view from all the way up here. Huh? Point. In the direction where Impy is pointing, a marvelous sea of lights glistens beneath us. The United Kingdom's biggest steel city, shining so bright even when hidden by a blanket of snow. A spectacle by any stretch of imagination. But even so, how cruel of you to mislead me. Oh? What was that you said, my honey? Nothing. Pulling the blanket off after I tossed it at his face, Impy looks puzzled. It may have been my fault for misunderstanding, but that in itself frustrates me all the same. Impy, you idiot! Why? What's with the sudden name-calling? Can't you see? This is a scene where we're both soaking in this magnificent view, and you say, it's beautiful, and I reply, but nowhere near as beautiful as you, or have I gone mad? I really think Impy's sinful. You've already fallen behind on that trend. 2 minutes ago, specifically. What's going on here? You mean to tell me that Impy's made a lapse in judgment? I let out an easy laugh and smile at him. Then I face the magical scenery once more. It's amazing. It's the same London, but dressed in an entirely new wardrobe, courtesy of the snow. Well, of course. You're looking at a special version of London. The Christmas version? It's as if the whole city has gathered to celebrate Christmas. Aye, that's right. So, even though you were due for a welcome back, you deserve another proper greeting as well. Impy turns to face me again. Merry Christmas, Spacey. I considered waiting until after we arrived at the mansion along with everyone else, but forgive me. Suppose I couldn't help myself after seeing your face. Thought to myself, how about a head start? Oh, was that not the right time either? No, it's not that. Seeing everyone back together again, I'm sure, would have brought me joy as well. But in the end, I want nothing more than to return the greeting to this man alone. So I curl my lips into my best smile. Merry Christmas, Impy. Impy and I managed to arrive safely to the mansion. The next morning, after we meet up with Finnis and after the snowfall had fully ended. All right, gather around now, everyone. And now, Lupin, if you could, please. I got it! To celebrate the reunion of Lupin's crew, and also in celebration of Christmas. Cheers! With a toast, the noisy Christmas party honoring the reunion of Lupin's crew begins. Allow me to start with this lovely salad. Yes, dig in! I have full confidence in each and every dish, so start with whatever pleases you most. I made an effort to practice my cooking every day back at home, but it seems I just cannot catch up to Impy's cooking. Perhaps my seasoning's a bit off. He's like, even know. You may not notice that today far more effort. Oh, you may notice that today far more effort was exerted than in his usual fare. And this stew alone has been simmering in the pot since morning. The meat melts in your mouth. Yeah. Like always, Impy's skill in the kitchen proves to be his most redeeming quality. Not that he's got many. Excuse me, you four-eyed glutton! Your mouth can only do one thing at a time. Eat or complain, got it? Alright then. I'll choose to complain. Instead of eating? Huh! Sounds like someone doesn't want their main course. And there's no better compliment to a delicious meal than being surrounded by a table of dear friends and lively conversation. Yes, I agree completely. You see, Germaine, I also want to hear about what happened in London while I was gone. Yes, of course, my dear lady. Have some more champagne as well. Mimosas! Woo! Getting drunk. But fuck the orange juice, just a champagne. This might be the first time that a table in this mansion cannot adequately contain a full feast's worth of food. I can only imagine the stomachache I may endure if I eat without saving room for cake. Thanks, Impy. This may be the most extravagant feast I've ever attended. With pleasure. For you, at this moment, I can prepare anything your heart desires. So pardon me if I got carried away. Couldn't help outdoing myself. I can tell very well by looking at this table. Back then, when I once lived in this mansion, it was Impy, I believe, who chose the menu and prepared the food with consideration to the poison inside of me so that I could eat. Now, with those limitations gone, I can experience Impy's true culinary abilities. After the meal, we crowd before the tree. Gather around and behold, Spacey. And since you're right next to me, be sure to keep a close watch. He's back in his usual, fucking attire. Then, as Lupin's voice bellows throughout the hall, he bows towards Deli and Finis. Beside him is Victor, who for some reason was laid on top of a table. Introducing my assistant for the evening, Dr. Frankenstein, whose body I'll cut in half with a saw. Don't do it, Lup. Oh, that's Deli. Don't do it, Lupin! If you do such a thing, Victor will die! Delacroix, don't be daft. This saw is just a trick of some sort. I bet the blade is going to withdraw or something. Hey, wait! Why does it look real? Lupin, everything will be okay, right? Lupin's like, really? Lupin's face looks so shady. He's like, I'm gonna kill you, motherfuckers. Like, this is like the face Lupin makes when he becomes a fucking murderer. Why are you grinning? Also, did I just hear you quietly mutter, shoot? Whether or not Victor's torso is sliced in half might be a story better saved for another time. However, watching the scene unfold amidst the buzz of conversations, it fills the mansion with a nostalgic glow. Just as I expected, this mansion is festive. Each and every person is engaged in chatter. They, of course, reminisce with stories of the past and muse about what lies ahead. Even the smallest of details are shared, as if to fill in the blanks of distant memories. As I observed the festivities, I noticed something that has me scanning the hall in curiosity. Oh yeah, where's Impy? Oh, darn it. I knew it. Snow's stuck in the exhaust port. It's not every day that a blizzard happens, so it's no problem, but I should be more careful. Impy's workshop, located in the courtyard. Impy's voice bounces above the piles of snow outside of where he performs maintenance. Lured by the sound of his cheerful voice, I step into the fluffy sheets of fresh snow. Impy, so this is where you've been. Huh? Spacey? You're done with the party. I felt full, so I thought a little break would do. How about you, Impy? Are you doing maintenance on the ornithopter? Yep. I can see it on your face. You're thinking, great timing, but if I leave it as wet as it is, if I leave it as wet as it was, it might rust or freeze. So, I thought, why not get it over with? Sure. Ever since I started fiddling with the automobile at my house, I started to learn the importance of maintenance. I brushed snow off a nearby box to take a seat, staring at Impy with both my elbows placed. With a cloth, he wipes droplets off the exhaust. His hands glide with delicate, precise movements. What's that cylinder-like thing in the back? I don't believe I've seen that there before.
Oh, this? It's an experimental device used for a ship designed to reach the moon. The preliminary term for it is a rocket, but the idea is to gain propulsion power by detaching along different phases. It's deviated quite a bit from the original schematics, so I got more tests to run.
Despite the seemingly tedious task ahead of him, excitement seems to quiver in Impy's voice. Constructing a rocket. Detaching it in order to gain propulsion power. Strange Analects from Nemo, who's imprisoned. There are many elements, it seems, I don't get. But because he beams so effortlessly when he speaks, I can't help from smiling in return. I point my head upwards to take a glimpse of the sky, spotting the pale moon in the daytime. With the goddamn evil clown face! That has probably been there in every fucking version of this game, and I've just now noticed it, and it's creeping me out. I don't like it. Is it like Nemo's face? And then like, why? Why is it so scary? Going all the way to the moon, I can't believe it, Impy. You're really setting out to accomplish something extraordinary. Please, 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 please. I don't want this background. The more I listen to you, the clearer it seems. Oh, thank God.
What I accomplish isn't extraordinary. That word belongs to the wonders of science. Well, it's been a lifelong dream since childhood, though I seem to be hitting a roadblock.
Then I want to assist you. I want to support you even more than I have, Impy.
Your support has been more than enough already. Your support gives me the power of 100 men.
I know, but that's not what I mean. Right now, where I currently reside is in the Isle of Wales, a long distance from here. So of course it would be impossible to assist Impy in his plans directly. But even so, I think about anything I could do to help. I think about how nice it would be to watch him as he aims for his dreams more closely. Why can't you like you spent 6 months with Finnis, blah, blah, blah. Why couldn't you be like, what? Can we move back into St. Germain's mansion and then we could be here and then all the friends would always be here and then they would be coming and then you could hang out with Deli when he and Van Helsing are back in town and it'd just be lots of fun. And then you could go off into London instead of being like, let's go to town and drive 4 hours because we live in the middle of fucking nowhere. These contemplations stirred in my chest, and all of a sudden I feel uneasy. Hey, Impy, do you love science?
Huh? Well, of course. Science and I have always been thick as thieves. I'm a true lover of science.
Is that love? Is that love? The same love that you often say that you feel for me? I don't really know yet what it means to love. Impy's hands stop and he shifts his eyes in my direction in surprise. Like the fact this jacket says Cannon Club. Daunting as those eyes may be, I slowly begin to utter my questions aloud. You've told me many, many times of your affections by telling me that you love me. That's why I think I was able to experience love as well. Impy stares quietly at me and listens in silence. It's almost as if he's waiting for me to form my words as they come to me. I'm pretty sure that I love you, Impy.
Spacey, that's...
But Lupin and Van Helsing, Victor and St. Germain, Deli and Finnis and Cece, I love them too. I love everyone, and I hold them all very dear to me.
He's like, that's...
Oh, you broke my heart. I've been waiting to hear... Oh, you lifted him up just to crush him. But... I get off of the wooden box and tread slowly into the snow. It's the same word, love, but depending on who says it, and depending on the recipient, its meanings change entirely. Especially the love that you tell me feels a bit warmer than other people's. That's why I slowly reach out my hand and touch his cheek. Are we gonna get a CG, motherfucker? I want to hear those words from the man I love. Oh, look at her. Oh my God. They made her so much better in this one. Like, her face is so fucking precious in this. Like, I mean, she's got derpy eyes, but they're not as bad. And she's a cute kind of derp. Like, she's never been a bad character. But, like, I just feel like, and maybe it's in this one, like, she's just so much better. Like, Or it's just because it's been a while and we've been playing games with giant, stupid saucer eyes McDerp faces, and she's got a adorable derp face. Like, not a, ugh, why are they so stupid looking? It's like, she's kind of cute with her derpy eyes. Like, I like it, you know? I think even in the first games it wasn't bad. It was still adorable. Like, sometimes you were like, okay, that's a little, well, it's a little much. But for the most part, but this one, this CG is just, like, look, like her face is perfect. I mean, her eyes are gigantic, but they're down the right saucer-eyed way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Impy, tell me that you love me.
What? Wait, Spacey. Do you know what you're saying?
Yes, I know. I asked Finnis to say it to me recently. That he loves me. Then I felt warmth and relief and calm. But as I thought, it's completely different from when you say it. Your love is completely different. So I wanted to make sure of it.
Hold it. Time out for a sec.
Amby takes a step back and then falls on his butt into the snow. Then he rolls around and plunges his head into the snow. Then he immediately stands up.
Okay. All right. Okay. Gotta use the cold to regain my cool. Okay. Now take a deep breath and calm down, Spacey. Come on. Hee hee hoo.
He's freaking out. Hee hee hoo? I don't really get it. These are not what I consider deep breaths. Hee hee hoo. Okay. That's what he was doing. I was like, wait, what? In any case, after repeating these so-called deep breaths, Impy looks me in the eye. I should have... No, but I was...
Sorry, Spacey. I really want to oblige you, but I can't answer that question just yet. Not right now.
You've been in love with us since day fucking one, and you are in love with us, but we're like, tell me you love me. I can't do it. The fuck? Is it that sort of thing?
Yep, it's that sort of thing.
With one pronounced nod, Impy spins me around and pushes me forward.
Say, it's bloody cold this afternoon, huh? I bet everyone's scratching their heads wondering where the heroine is, so hurry on back now.
What about you?
I was actually thinking of popping over to Nemo's for a chat. He's all by himself in his cell on Christmas. Hard not to feel bad for the old sod, so I thought why not bring him a cake.
Please don't put a file in it.
So, I'll be off then. Let the lads know I've gone.
Grabbing any documents within arm's reach, Impy rushes out before I could stop him. He left. I could only stare at his back as he ran like the wind. There's always got to be some drama. And now we're Impy, I'm sure.
Dangerous. Very, very dangerous. In more ways than one, that was dangerous. Frantically cooling down with the winter breeze, I continue to run towards the palace. The cake, the documents. I grabbed everything in haste, but honestly, my head's all out of sorts. After all, only just earlier, my head was totally consumed with just Spacey. I wonder if it was a waste. If I were my usual self, I would have hugged her. Oh, sweet princess, how bold of you. Leave it to me. I shall repeat it at your heart's whim. I love you, my honey. Delivering poetry of the sort was usual for me, typically. But no. Before, telling her how much I love her required no second thought, but realizing now how much those words meant to her, I just couldn't bring myself to say them aloud. It's not as though I was afraid of anything. How to put this? For once, it seems that time and place matter more. In dissecting emotions I've yet to fully comprehend, I dashed to the palace. And then, making my way down to the dungeon, I
I can't do that. I was like, making my way downtown. That's all I kind of heard in my head, and I was like, can we sing along with that song? We can't do it. It's not going to work. But anyway,
I approach Nemo's cell to resume our lectures, hoping it offers a distraction. However... Such dull, lifeless ideas! Your passion toward science is limp. Clearly you lack focus.
Oh, this hurts. Hold.
Oh my god, I just choked to death anyway. But an irate Nemo doesn't see it that way. What in the world has happened to you? Have you been possessed by another person? Are you perhaps an imposter, falsely claiming the identity of my best friend? Might you be a fake second-hand version like Impor Baby Cane? Impor Baby Cane. Who the hell's Impoi? Since when did you become a creative storyteller? I interrupt him with a half-hearted bark. Nemo elegantly munches on his cake in glee. Well, in any case, in a sense, my attempt to regain my cool is successful. And what has happened, dear friend? Wait, no matter what I think of this, there's no point in consulting about it with you. This is a matter that, were I to consult with anyone, required Saint Germain or Victor. And here I am. Friends know best in these situations, but I feel like something's holding me back after the previous times where I didn't hesitate to say how much I love her. From her perspective, I'm sure I looked absolutely pathetic. Well, maybe I've spoken too soon. You might have some insight after all. Of all people to unravel the mystery of love, I might as well be speaking to a brick wall, but it's better than no one. Withholding these dismissive thoughts, I open my mouth to speak. You see, I describe my predicament, having declared my love for her many times before, and my inability to muster the words. Why I love her, and how I found myself tongue-tied to answer such a simple question. How she herself appears to be at a loss of what to do herself. I can't tell if he's listening or not. Nemo stares at me blankly, reacting none whatsoever as I vent my frustrations. Because of the goggles covering his eyes, it really feels like I'm talking to a wall. Well, honestly, you saved me. I feel loads better now that I've let it all out. So until I calm down a bit more, let me hang around here for a while. We can have a proper debate and... I refuse! What? There's no debate to have in your state! What do you mean by that? You mean like a preoccupation with love affairs blocks one from the path to science, yeah? No! Venture to your homestead at once! Right now is the time for action, not debate! Nemo speaks to me straightforwardly. He wields a quiet, placid tone of voice. What? What I've never heard from him before. He squints behind his goggles, and I can tell his eyes are fixed upon me. It seems her ability to love has been found. However, that is only one side of love. Therefore, with the complications of love an utter enigma to her, she's in the midst of confusion. Right now, there's only one person who can explain it to her. Nemo? Nemo shuts his mouth, pausing in silence for a short while. In my previous visits to Nemo's cell, Nemo almost never babbled on about anything other than himself. But hearing his words of wisdom just now, one could imagine that he had lived quite the complicated existence for much of his life. An aloof genius who was neither a teacher nor a friend, save for his relationship with Isaac. To have someone like him impart clarity at a time like this, when I most needed guidance. Perhaps it meant something significant to him, too. Where were we? I said quite a few things, but... In summary, this means that there's lots worth studying in regards to the mental function of a homunculus indeed. Piss off. I socked Nemo lightly behind the bars before chuckling and turning to look at the ceiling. Yeah, that's right. I haven't been so caught off guard by her sudden words, but my feelings toward her haven't changed one bit since I first met her. Besides, Spacey is the one who's confused, troubled, and worried about the feelings of love. Taking that into consideration, what in the world was I thinking by evading the question? Thanks, Nemo! I quickly gather my things and ready myself to depart. But just before I'm about to go, Nemo hands me something from behind the bars. Hold on, dear friend! As a symbol of the conversation we've shared today, I shall grant this to you. Is this a switch? What's it for? You needn't fuss with the details right now. However, in a time of need, press this switch. I actually intended to use it when I'm freed from the cell, but I shall entrust it with you. in, and that this is a Christmas present from me to you.
Like, they didn't take his shit when they put him in the cell. They were just like on pockets full of bombs or whatever. I mean, it's probably not, I hope. But press the button. Ah! Explodes. Fucking asshole, Nemo.
For a second, I thought it might be dangerous. Perhaps, though, only if it were the old Nemo. Today, I believe those days are firmly behind us. I never expected to get a present from you, but thanks. I graciously accept. I wave my hand at Nemo vigorously, then leave the palace with the weight lifted from my shoulders. Jeez, the winter sun is so impatient. I thought there was still sunlight out, but the dust begins to cover the city. Even as I hurry back, the sun continues to set. Staring at the lights glowing over the horizon as if to indicate the arrival of the holy night, I throw one foot in front of the other.
You know, I finally fucking caught on that when we're the boys, there's a white bar around the picture, and then it's got like the little, yeah. I finally fucking caught on to that, only in Impies. Because I noticed that in the last part, I'm like, wait, every time we're Impies, does it that it has the border? That's how you know who it is? We're only in the third path. We're only halfway through the motherfucking shit. And whatever, anyway. Glasses, plates, forks, knives. Phew! I think I've just about washed everything. Draining the water from the recently washed plates, I let out a big sigh. It's been a few hours since the Christmas party began, and it's completely nighttime. Finnis and Deli, who grew tired from the proceedings, are already back in their rooms. Although...
Listen, Darius Gordon, I have an idea. Since you have a prosthetic hand, how about building a gun into it? You know, like a grenade. A grenade launcher in a prosthetic hand? I mean, an exciting idea, no doubt, but... Hey, whoa, stop it, you fool! I'm just trying to take it off.
Is he drunk?
Hey, Van Helsing, you're pissed, aren't you? You drank too much.
Oh, if modifications are what you seek, then leave it to the great Lupin. I'll repurpose it into a smoke screen or a lock-picking device. What do you think of arms that shoot outward at the push of a button?
You fools! The hell do you intend to do to my prosthetic hand?
Perhaps a feature that produces a bouquet would make Mademoiselle Shirley happy.
You think? Then I guess I'll do it. Here, just go ahead and do it.
Boss! You're getting tricked, boss! Sounds like everyone's having fun. They're fucking drunk. And trying to fuck up Darius's brain. Oh, the little things like that in this just make it feel so much more personal and just amazing. Like, look, the personalities. And due to the influx of additional guests, Lupin and the others are still entertained. Listening closely to their chit-chat from afar, my eyes drift absent-mindedly out the window.
So, I'll be off then. Let the lads know I've gone.
I might have said something strange. Remembering how Imby took off in a hurry, my chest can't help but tighten. Though I act more human, having learned more about love, I still lack many things. If I had been born as a normal human being, I wonder if the same worries would feel heavy around my neck, or if Imby would feel troubled. Imby...
Yes! You rang for me, my princess?
Imby, how long have you been there? My heart jumps at a different vector than my previous pulse. He takes a look around and makes a light nod.
Were you cleaning up the plates?
Oh, yeah, I thought I should clean up the plates that were empty.
Oh, you're such a thoughtful girl. You're gonna make a great wife. Yeah, we appreciate it very much. After all, the boys aren't afraid of their drink, messing around, dirtying everything up. They're dreadful at cleaning.
You sound like a mother, Impy. Watching him shrug jokingly brought a smile out of me. Okay, yeah. I'm glad. This is the Impy I know best. I lower my shoulders in relief now that he's returned. Oh, now that you're back, should we go over to Lupin and the others? The people from the Gordon family are here, and they seem a lively bunch, but...
Huh? Sounds lovely, but right now I want to talk with you.
With me?
You know, I want to apologize about earlier. Sorry for disappearing so suddenly back then. Guess the sudden contact surprised me, so I just up and left without thinking. I figured it might have been bothering you. He clasps his hands as he tenders his apology, and the sealer on my heart loosens ever so. No, it's fine. I acknowledge what I said must have sounded strange. After apologizing once more, he smiles. Okay, so this doesn't quite make up for what I did, but... Impy slowly extends his hands out towards me. Spacey, let's go on a date together, right now. Nightfall stretches as far as the eye can see, with a blanket of snow layered on top. The world is a black and white monotone. What gives it color, one after another, are the Christmas colors that sparkle around town, twinkling shades of red, green, and gold. A half hour after leaving the mansion, Impy and I take a leisurely stroll to admire the decorations that fill the city of London. Sorry for taking you out so late at night, Spacey. It's fine. I wanted to walk around the city together with you, too. Besides, I haven't taken a real look at the city yet, so I'm having a wonderful time. The city of London, brimming with decorations, glimmers with flickers of bright lights. Even in places I thought I knew. For instance, this ordinary general store. Look at how beautiful it is! I love all the sparkly lights. All look as though a spell were cast on them, filling me with dizzying excitement. It's as if the entire city is wearing fancy dress. Christmas is amazing. Yeah, snow was heavy when I brought you here, so we weren't able to take a look around the town. It's finally starting to feel like Christmas. So, today Mr. Impy is going to give my all to Whoops! I'll give my all to escort you, whose shine emerges even in the glowing wonderland. I wonder why he suddenly rephrased himself. As I tilt my head, Impy and I slowly walk past the piles of snow lining the streets, because he wants to tell you he loves you in a perfectly romantic, beautiful place and be like, and I know I've said it a million times, but I just want you to know for 100% it's real right now. He's making the true confession as opposed to like, I love you. And you're like, okay. And he's like, no, I mean, actually, I really do love you. Is this the Christmas market? Yep. If we're having to go to real Christmas, then we have to start here. Normally this park is quiet, but during the season they set up stands and stages. It's like a small downtown area. There's so many lights, it's blinding. Regardless of the late hour, the streets are packed with people. No surface is left undecorated by Christmas. Instead of leaves, ornaments of bells and stars wave around the row of trees. Watching the lights illuminate the ground covered in white snow is surprisingly magical. It's a strange place. There's lots of small tent stands, much different from a normal market. Spot anything in particular you want to see? Whatever you want. Whatever I want? Anything you want to see, Impy? Actually, I've already decided. Although that comes after we're done browsing here. Then I want to start with walking around and talking together with you. I'm sure anywhere would be fun for me if it's with you, Impy. Affirmative, princess. And as the prince, I shall live up to those expectations by going full steam ahead, yeah? I wrap my hand around the arm Impy offers, and we begin to trot inside of the market. Impy, what's that? Why are they just selling a lot of carrots? Oh, that! It's for children. They sell them and say they're for feeding Santa's reindeer. Since this is more or less my first Christmas, almost everything I see is exotic and restless. I curiously take a look around as we walk. As I did so, Impy watches over me heartwarmingly, and I stick near him as he explains what each one of the stalls is for. Such as how in France they have of eating snacks that are shaped like branches. They have of eating snack. Okay, well. Cat is cute. Cats are... I'm looking at the signs on the right-hand side. The first one is cat is cute, and cats are so pretty? So precious? I don't know what it says. What is the deal with cat is cute? Okay. You know what? I'm sure that was there in Victor's and I didn't notice either, but Jesus. Oh my God. And yet I usually read the background shit because I'm like, what? Mulled cider? It looks like it says day, something blended. I don't know.
Like the things in the background of that fucking coffee shop or whatever the little restaurant they go to, and you're like, what the actual fuck is with the signs? However, the red and gold lights and the star-shaped ornaments each have their own symbolism. Impy's wide knowledge never ceases to amaze. However, after we discussed many topics...
Well, enough details. It's a festival after all. What matters is feeding the joy in the air.
Oh, feeling the joy in the air. I was like, feeding? What? Oh, God, I can't read. How very much like Impy to conclude the tour in such a way. Afterward, we leave the market and head for the shopping district to browse at the many shops there. And we stop by the flower shop, which featured only winter flowers, to bask in the fragrances. As children form snow sculptures, we exchange smiles almost as warm as our embrace. Continuing to partake in the festivities, Impy leads me to a store with a collection of accessories from foreign countries. Good evening. May we take a look?
Oh, what a lovely girl! Please feel free to browse our wares.
Thank you. In front of the store, tiny ornaments and trinkets handcrafted in the spirit of Christmas sparkle and reflect light. I notice a row of small dolls that resemble cute little rabbits. Upon close inspection, they look handmade, each one wearing a different expression, and I find myself drawn to each one. Oh, this is beautiful! Out of all of the items resting on the line, a silver necklace catches my eye and I pick it up. The thin chain makes a light metallic sound. I can't read. Do you know that? The thin chain. Fuck, what is wrong with me?
Oh, you have a keen eye. That was made by a skilled silversmith. Of course it will cost you, but... Oh, why don't you try asking for the handsome gentleman standing beside you? It'll be your Christmas present.
I see. Right now we appear to be significant others. With a feeling of slight unease, I turn toward Impy beside me. I wouldn't... Oh my god, she's like... We're just friends. He smiles gently and rubs my head.
It's fine. You want that one.
But I thought you were on a tight budget to assemble the device you're building.
It's fine. I'm not so incapable that I can't even buy something during an occasion like this for the girl, for a woman dear to me.
I couldn't help but stiffen after looking at Impy's face as he chuckles. Impy's habit of changing his expression at the drop of a hat is something of a gift, but when he smiles at me with such assuredness, and when his attractive facial features appear without warning, I become restless. It reminds me, once more, that Impy is quite handsome.
Then let's get this. Excuse me.
Oh, well, wait. Let me think about it a bit more. And then back we go to the Christmas market. Ahem. You know what? No. We'll go back to the Christmas market in the next part. I don't want to overdo you, like, guys. You know what I mean? And I don't want to go too far over time. So we're going to stop this here, and we'll go back to the Christmas market in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.